Okay, that should be live. Let me know if there are any audio issues. Boop, boop. Okay. Have you considered distorting? Getting closer every day. Let's see. Alright. Hello, hello. I'm gonna wait a second to let people get in here, and then I'm going to start actually talking and playing. So, I messed around with some OBS stuff. I think I have a working be right back screen now. There's a few issues with it, but I will work that out as I go along. Alright. So, what we are doing today is basically just a chill stream to get me back into it. It's been a little while, but over the next week or so, I want to be doing a lot more streaming. Basically, partially because I have the opportunity for about a week of being the only one in the house, and also 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. We've just about reached it. We're like 10 away. Not even. So, that will be a fun little week, and I'll probably be working on some videos too. But in the meantime, let us begin. So, as you can see, this is not Library of Ruina, but neither is it proper Slay the Spire. This is a Library of Ruina mod that I have linked down in the description. Basically my favorite mod for the whole game. It is a full rework of all the acts, bringing in all the Ruina abnormality fights, and basically retooling the entire thing. So, as you can see, I have already completed it once, and I have got this fun little screen, but we're gonna play it again. Let's see. I want to make a poll. How do I... Start a poll. What character do we play first? So there is Ironclad, Silent, Defect, and One. I do also have the modded Rhodian character, but I think I just want to, right now, go with the vanilla. So anyone familiar with Slay the Spire will know what characters are voting for. If you're not familiar, Ironclad is basically, I can bring it up, Ironclad is your normal warrior, lots of big damage, lots of block, and basically the easiest one to play. Silent is basically playing a lot of cards, playing with poison, playing with all sorts of weird utility, and debuffs, stuff like that. Defects, the closest thing to a mage character, summons little magic orbs, and uses them to great effect. And then you have Watcher, who switches between stances, basically a monk, hits stuff, and then we will play with her later. But that is probably second or third try. So, we do not have a lot of viewers, so this poll is going to be very skewed by every vote, but it looks like we're looking at Silent so far. Yep. But that's only 3 votes. So, the, 2 of you that haven't voted yet, do that now before I end. Unless you have no opinions, which you might. Doom. Yep, I think that's what we're getting. Silence is fine by me. I enjoy silence. So, I'm not gonna do full-on Ascension 18. This is a very difficult mod. Late spawn more often. Yeah, let's do Ascension 5. That should be good. Hello, Dark. Alright. Let's get into it, and as I go along, accept the invitation. Hello, Angela. Alright. So, nothing too special here. I should note as well, while this is the main mod I'm using, I also have the Limbus Events mod, which I really wish would get updated at some point with all the new abnormalities and gifts we've gotten since the beginning of the game, but oh well. Let's just get a common relic. Heal in shops. That is fine by me. So, as we go along, basically I'm just going to be playing this, chatting, and discussing some of the plans for this next week, and also just general Stars of the City and Project Moon stuff. So if anyone has any questions they want to ask me about the system, or just my opinions on various Project Moon stuff, this would be the time. Yep, that's their gimmick. So I really like these extra intents. The way it shows you exactly what they're gonna do really helps, because these fights are not your typical Slay the Spire fights. That is for damn sure. Boop, and boop, and boop. Easy enough. Boop, 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 and there we go. So, boop. Probably not shivs. So many bosses in this mod do indeed punish for playing a lot of cards. Hello, Cinephon! Yep. Hope your work goes well. I am fine to be your background noise while you do so. We all have that stream we gotta do every now and then. Just put it on. I never take acrobatics, even though I've heard it's generally pretty good. Let's try that. Favorite sinner? Ooh, that's a tough one. I would like to say it's Ishmael, but she has gotten so little recently that it's kind of hard to keep up the hype for her. Let's see. It's definitely between Ishmael, Heathcliff, Don Quixote, and Merceau's kind of similar to Ishmael, but in that sense it feels a lot more intentional. He is very funny when he gets his moments. And I just finished reading The Stranger yesterday, and it was very good. Very good story. It's not a long one. You can definitely finish it in one sitting. That's something I could talk about, is I could talk about the things I've read, the Sinner's original source material, and how I plan to read them in the future. Yeah, Ishmael, I want to be my favorite, but can't really say that she is currently. Ooh. Okay, this is a tough choice, but I think ultimately, with how the bosses scale in this pack, I think I need to go poison. I am not going to keep up without scaling damage. Ooh, okay. Butterflies, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Good enough. Yes, I can actually read. It's surprising. But, yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about that for a little while, since I don't have many other topics of conversation. So, first one I read, I don't think... Yeah, no, I hadn't read any of the books beforehand. So the first one I read was Don Quixote, which was not an easy first read, and if I had actually been reading it, that would have been hell. Because it is a very old book, and it shows. But I chose to listen through an audiobook, and that really helped, and I ended up really enjoying it. I was surprised. I knew Don Quixote was very much a comedy. I did not realize, however, that it was a meta-comedy. There is a lot of basically framing it as being a book within a book. A lot of it being like fake other authors commenting on each other's works. So it was very interesting to go through, and I very much enjoyed even the weird side tangents, because the author clearly used it to put in some of like his other stories that he didn't think would do well on their own, and there's just entire like multiple chapters in a row of just a secondary story that the characters are reading within the story. In the second volume, Don Quixote and Sancho actually read a summary of their adventures, essentially the first book, and they're like, why the fuck are there all these other stories here? The author clearly didn't know what he was doing and just wanted to put in his own work. So they didn't do that anymore in the second volume, because people very clearly did not like it. What do I need here? Ooh. This could be very good. Any dexterity bonuses will be essentially doubled. Let's see. Would you rather be a lobotomy corporation nugget, a librarian, or a sinner? Probably a librarian would be the best. I think all of the other ones are repeated torture. I mean, Sinner can be fun, but that's too much dying. I don't think the library crew die quite as much as the Sinners do, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the library. Yeah, dodge and roll, let's do that. I think I'm gonna take this path, actually. But Don Quixote, really fun read if you can actually understand it. If you can't, it's just kind of nonsense. And then, recently, I tried Dream of the Red Chamber before Hong Lu's Canto came out, and yeah, no, it was too much. I couldn't get through it. Got through the beginning bit where we actually, like, meet Jia Baoyu, but I could not go further. So I just used Wellvader's great summary video of that, and that was all. But then, the other night I read Hellscream in preparation for Ryochu's Canto. I knew it was short, I didn't realize just how short. Thought it would be at least like 3 hours of a read, and it was not even one. But very good story. Pretty much just reaffirmed everything I'd heard about it before. Because it's such a short story, people have, gotten the idea across just to everyone in the community by this point. Ooh, okay. Doppelganger could be really good, especially upgraded. Oh, hello, Reddit. So, Hellscreen, very good, and then yesterday, as I said, read The Stranger, and boy was that a fun read. It was very interesting reading about Book Merceau and the ways he both does and does not resemble the Merceau we know. The main difference is Book Merceau does not let anyone tell him what the fuck to do, at least not by the end of his story. And he very much is not the robot that we see. In fact, he meets a woman who he says, he particularly notes, acts like a robot, and it kind of disturbs him. Very similar to what he's like in the game, so I'm very interested to see why our Merceau is like that. And just the general mindset that Book Merceau has is very interesting, the way he goes about his life. Not even kind of realizing how weird he is until he hears it from, the court. Would you add Unbreakable Dice to Stars of the City? Probably not as a universal mechanic. Individual enemies might have, Clash Lose, deal damage equal to, half the power on this die. But Unbreakable Dice, while I do like them in Limbus, I think they're a very good mechanic for... Why am I splitting my damage between these guys? It is hard to talk and play game at the same time. I am making mistakes. How dare I? Oh. They purge debuffs. Shit, yeah, I'm actually taking a lot here. That'll make him low enough for me to kill next turn, so let's boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, but I like Unbreakable Dice and Limbus. I think they're a good way to not only, show off the animations, but also add a bit more difficulty in the game. But I don't think they work quite as well in Stars of the City, especially since Unbreakable Dice work because chain battles exist, and chain battles, unless you're doing a weird homebrew thing, are very much not a thing in Stars of the City. So, I think that having unavoidable damage is not a particularly good idea, unless you're really building the gimmick of a fight around it. Yeah, Unbreakable Dice, Unbreakable Coins. Same thing for the purpose of discussion. I could use a bit more points. And I am hurting from that fight. Might need to pop regen soon, too. Alrune! This is a very fun fight. I like her passive. Receives half damage, but when you play the first attack in a turn, it'll be upgraded so that it deals full damage. That's a neat little... I forget. Yeah, that is more or less her gimmick in actual Ruina. Good night, Carmen. Sleep tight. Don't let the abnormalities bite. Let's see. Yeah, the bosses in this mod are just fantastic. I honestly, when I played Ruina, because I actually played this before I finished Ruina, and I was honestly a little disappointed in some of the actual Ruina bosses after getting to play this and having them be really cool. The creator did a very good job of translating them well. I'm taking big damage here. Library of Babel. I have only seen bits and pieces of it. It seems overcomplicated for the sake of being overcomplicated. I very much understand the want of a more Limbusified Ruina, but it's taking a lot of the bad stuff of Limbus that I don't like, and very little of the stuff that I actually do. So, I do like the idea of making Ruina more complex and adding these extra mechanics, but Babel just does not appeal to me. Stack a bunch of poison on them. And get more poison. But honestly, Blur might be very useful in here. Bag of marbles. Okay. Okay. Child of the Galaxy. Common Relic or Ego Card. There aren't any shops here, so I don't think I want the Decay. Okay. I'll take that. Oh. I think getting rid of 2 of these is the best play. Hey! Look at you. Oh no, look what's happened to Vera! No! Let's see. I'm already fully blocking you, so I don't need to worry about that. So just hit you, I think. Forget how this guy works when you kill Queen Bee, so I might try and bring them both low at the same time. Let's see. Boom. Jeez, they're already doing so much damage. This mod is definitely harder than normal Slay the Spire. That's for sure. Okay, he's not doing too much. I can use this opportunity. Oh, no. Never mind. What is it you like in Limbus and want to add to library from it? I think that there is a lot of benefit in the variety of status effects and the different ways to play them. I think like Tremor and stuff is super cool. I think like let's see. Yeah, a lot of like the ways I'm trying to figure out how to put this. But I feel like why can't I describe what I'm thinking? But Limbus definitely has a lot more flair and a lot more distinct identity to the different builds. And I do like having, you know, the more complex numbers and stuff, all the conditionals. It's just they need to be a little toned down from what's in Babel. Babel uses logarithms. I don't know any game that has logarithms in like player shown stuff. Like that stuff's all back end usually. You don't usually put the fucking logarithms front and center. How am I doing? I'm doing good, Cody. Bum. You. Oh, wait, what? I could have sworn. I was not paying attention. Alright. Block. Remember correctly. Yeah. You have to kill them both at the same time. Boom. 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 Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I think, adding on to the previous conversation, I think there's a lot of room for new stuff in Ruina, and it's a shame we're not getting updates for obvious reasons. But kinda that's what Stars of the City is there to help fill. We can make our own little adjustments, and also, you know, mods and stuff. I haven't looked too far into Ruina modding. I should probably do that at some point, but I think, yeah, plenty of room for improvement with Ruina. I've also seen, like, that Snowfall roguelike. That's something I've had my eye on for a bit. Haven't fully gotten to play it yet, but want to at some point. May take a bit of inspiration. See how they tackle the formula. Boop. Boop. That should do it. And there we go. Yeah, with the amount of multi-hits in this thing, I think Piercing Whale is a good bet. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to who I'm up against. Fairy Festival, okay. You know what? Upgrade Doppelganger. And I will pop regen as we go into the fairy fight. Boom, boom, boom. You won't die. That will get eaten. Yeah. This mod I've mostly played with the Rodian character, which is part of why I didn't want to do it first thing. But that Rodian is definitely a lot more powerful than normal Slay the Spire characters. So it is going to be a struggle to get through this, and I probably will fail. Alright, so you're gonna do more summons, so let's backflip and doppel. I just realized, I thought I had the backflip mod installed. Has it not been doing the animation? Oh well. Maybe it has and I've just not been paying attention. Or maybe I failed. What is going on back there? I hope you can't hear that. Boop. Gains 1 week. Vulnerable and loses skill. So, are there other characters added from this mod? No, but I do have a Rodian mod installed separately, and also there is another Library of Ruina mod that has characters and stuff, but I do not think they really fit together with this mod. I kind of want to keep from accidental overlap of, like, card names and stuff. I don't want there to be, like, too much confusion of what's from what mod. So, the only Project Moon stuff I have right now is the main Ruina mod, the Rhodian mod, and the Limbus Events mod. Oh. Yeah. Ruina modding scene, I mean, it's gonna be like that for a lot of different mod scenes, but I can see... Oh, okay, she is backflipping properly. I just haven't been paying attention. But yeah, most modding scenes are obviously not all of the highest quality, but I think Ruina especially attracts those sort of, making things more than they need to be, focusing more on spectacle than actual game design, which, you know, most of us start out in that sort of phase, so no shade to them. I'm sure most Ruina modders are gonna go on to do some pretty cool shit. But I would love to see, like, more vanilla-type expansions on the game. Especially, like, something to use those late-game cards on, because they give you so many cool cards when you beat the game, but nothing to fight them with, so I have not used them. It's such a shame. Boop, boop. I should have done that differently. Keep forgetting about Bleed. Bleed is gonna mess me up. Aw, corpse explosion. That's gonna be so useful. Guess I gotta do Kite. Kite's good. It's just, I don't have a huge amount of discard. It's just this and this. So I'll need to find more. Yep. So, on to Briar. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, Adulthood Tells Lies. That... Wait, that used to be Ozma was the boss for this section. I've never fought Adulthood Tells Lies in this mod, so it must have gotten updated. Because I do not remember that boss icon. That is going to be fun, but also I have no way to prepare. Oh yeah, look at that! You're just here now as a regular encounter. Pretty sure you were, yeah, you were the boss before. Interesting. I do want more of, like, a look into Ozma and the Adult Who Tells Lies, because they seem like such interesting abnormalities, but besides their connection to the original story, we know very little about them. Ow. Oh, paralysis. Wow, I got no attacks. Well, luckily I'm doing poison. I've got pretty good defenses going, so I need to focus on my offense a bit more now. Ooh. There is a surprising amount of Russian fans for Stars of the City, yeah. Or not just Stars of the City, but Project Moon in general. I am interested in why that is, but also, I noticed a good chunk of my fan base after US is Brazil. Uh, it's not like a huge amount, but it is one of the more up there communities. So I'm wondering if that's just because Brazil has a lot of people who like to use YouTube, or if it's just because Project Moon is popular in Brazil. Do-do-do. Ooh, that could be good. Do you pick? I mean, yeah, that's just really good. I don't really care about my attacks, so getting them exhausted is kind of the best move. Let's do it. Also, lumber? Not logging? Must have been a machine translation thing or something. Hello, big bad wolf. Oh, backflip. Loves that animation. Yeah, I think I just want to defend this. Oh, I could have played Doppelganger there. Oh my god, it will not draw a proper card. What are you doing? Alright. And of course, I don't draw any attacks too. Okay. No, I should have done Corpse Explosion too. Oh, well. But yeah, that card might be the reason we could win this. For those of you who are still sticking around, I might as well talk about some of my ideas for this week. I mentioned before that this is going to be a week where I try and actually stream a good bit. So I'm thinking more Lobotomy Corporation. That's something I want to do. Get back into that. Put some new nuggets in the field. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, if I can't damage you. Boom, boom, boom. I remember before he would just not be targetable like the original. Looks like they changed it to be something a little more reasonable, honestly, because that was not a super vanilla-friendly mechanic. Made a lot of things a little weird, but kind of ashamed to see it go, because it was unique. But this is probably a lot just better. Boom. Hit hard. Mess them up. Yeah, so this week, Lobotomy Corporation. I might also do, like, some sort of just silly low-effort tier list video of some kind. That sounds fun. Do some silly tier lists alongside maybe some normal, more serious ones as well. Boom. So many scarecrows. And then, let's see, what else do I want to do? Oh, a design stream, of course. Want to probably talk about what we want to do for the new leveling and progression. like whether we want to do feats or we want to go with the revised milestones, and also there's a lot of, good criticism I've gotten for both of those on how we can improve them. So that's probably going to be the focus rather than making like content. We're going to figure out some of the actual rules themselves. I have chosen the worst person to focus my damage on at the start. Oh my god, they do so much damage. You know what? If I do this, let's get at least kill one of them. Tier lists can indeed be fun. Oh. I don't think I really want any of those. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Exhaust those two and add them to the logging. What else? I feel like I could do at least one more thing this week. I don't know, might just do another gaming stream. But I also want to put out at least a little bit of content this week. Maybe not a full video, but maybe I will. We'll see about that, but at the very least I want to put out like a short or two. Something to show I'm still making stuff beyond just the occasional stream. Yes, I have watched the Homestuck pilot. It did not give me any additional insight into what Homestuck is about. I still have not a goddamn clue. Honestly, probably for the best. But I will watch it with horrified curiosity. Excited to see where it goes. I'm glad that such an iconic series is not just left and forgotten by its creator. Even if there is a lot of drama surrounding it. Boom. There we go. I think we're good on all these. Accent Plus is tempting, but... Oh, wait. Yeah, let's see if we can get that going. If we could get, like, a bottled flame, that would be crazy. Yeah, just read 8,000 pages of Homestuck, in a format that doesn't quite exist anymore, after they took down the main archive. Easy. Easy peasy. What's there to it? Attacks and fails. Okay, so I don't need to damage it anymore, because I've got all the block I need. So... honestly, just doppelganger. This is actually a pretty functional deck. I just need to thin it out a bit more. God, I love Chesed's theme. Or Hesed, however you want to say it. All the versions are just really good. His LobCorp theme, also the Meltdown theme, is one I listen to quite frequently. Yeah, let's Corpse Explosion you. Get you down. Not super needed, but let's just do that. What build am I using for Slay the Spire? On poison with a bit of discard and building into lumber. Oh. Honestly, probably not the best idea. I should have just blocked. Now I'm taking 11 damage. Do you wanna? Nah, I'll be fine. I don't need a potion. Oh, okay. She immediately died. That's right. It's a minion. I don't need shivs. Don't need another backflip. Let's just go. Upgrade. What does Lumber Plus do? Oh, retain. Interesting. Could be good. Honestly, I think 9 poison, not a big deal. Blur? Acrobatics could be useful, but I think blur. So I'm more likely to actually be able to use the extra block that I save. Juicy Blake bracelet, not the greatest. Oh. 2 of you. Okay. Are you... You have so little health, I feel like you're gonna do something. You don't have a special status, though, so I guess you're fine. Oh, I could have killed you. Wait, no, I couldn't. I would have been 1 damage off. Unless there's something I'm not calculating. No, that should be it, yeah. Never mind, it was a good decision after all. All enemies. I am the only enemy. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Buffing all enemies. Boop. And it's Corpse Explosion U. Honestly, do that. Oop, there we go. Let's go work out. Well. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. And draw lumber again. Oh. Sorry if I am a little slow to talk to chat. You seem to be a good bit behind in terms of, what would it be, latency, I think is the right term. So, oh, okay. This is a very fun fight. Librarians in the enemy library list? Librarians? Probably not. They're mostly just utilizing a variety of the different existing stuff from Ruina. But I do have plans for some LobCorp enemies at some point. Let's see. You do that so you can kill that guy now. And then this. And I want to protect myself first and foremost. Yeah, so LobCorp stuff, probably in the future. Library, not super likely. Fighting the librarians could be interesting, but there's just too much to take into account there. They have no, like, defined identity, which is a problem in that regard. Give you all my block. Draw a little more next turn. Okay. You are getting way too close to Blind Fury. I'm not sure I can protect you. This is interesting. Okay. We need to go. Lumber. That into the lumber. There. Well that. Road. So. Oh, 1 damage off. God damn it. Okay. Very likely I'll be taking a Blind Fury soon. But I suppose that will just have to happen. Maybe I can survive it. Oh. Yeah, I can't protect her enough to... Oh well. Guess I'll do what I can and let her hit the guy. Let's see, what is on my sort of list of stuff I want to add to Stars of the City? In terms of just vague miscellaneous stuff, a Tears of the Tarnished Blood ego is something I've been wanting to figure out. A T-Corp guys have been something I've been thinking about. Was kind of thinking of doing them closer to the Time Killing Time rerun, but that didn't end up happening. I think. And then I've had Nihil sitting around for the longest time, and there's something about it I need to figure out what to finish. Obviously, you know, every eco is something I want to get around to eventually. Plenty of more abnormalities, but I want to get a bit more hands-on experience with the system before I really dig deep into expanding the enemy list. This does not debuff her. Well, I'm taking some hits. Boom, boom. Alright, I've already got rid of some. So. Oh, okay, he just died from poison. Didn't think about that. I don't think that's super useful. I'm not hurting for energy right now. Two. And I'm pretty close to honestly getting to 1.0 Not immediately in the future, but it is coming along more than it may feel. The main hurdles now are the reworked leveling, and I also want to get at least a bit more of the downtime finished up. That would be good to complete before 1.0. Not fully complete, but at least get, like, the whole Fixer Office common events list. That's something that I think should be there day one. And we can expand on, like, you know, corporations and syndicates post-launch. And then formatting, something I really want to figure out. I need to put together, like, a proper formatting guide for myself and for anyone who wants to make their stuff look actually good. Because that can be hard. It is hard for me, and I designed the format. So, just having stuff on, like, you know, capitalize these terms, but don't capitalize these. That would be very helpful in making the guide more presentable. Consistency is key with that sort of thing, and it is something I neglected early on. I do not have a lot of attacks, so I'm not going to do that. 2 point for poison, 2 weak. At this point, I don't think I want one. Ah! Cheese! Hello, hello. How does Bane work with... Oh, you know what? Masterful Stab is... No, Predator actually is great for logging. Hello. You look familiar. Not you again. We just got through you. Good God, 40 damage to me right off the bat? Ugh. Please take me to dinner first. I think just nuke him down. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? This Snecko potion is not yet useful. Distill the chaos, go! Not... Okay, I'll take it. Actually, yeah, fine. You... Go. Okay. I'm only taking a total of 11 here. It's good. And I can bring him down to the next phase on my next turn. I actually feel like he's kind of been nerfed. I remember him having a lot more hit points. And the rest is... Ooh, okay. Oh wait, that was phase 3, okay. So he's now in phase 2. Yeah. I did not design Not Enough Smiling Bodies in that fight. That was all Senna. If I did design it, I would probably design it a lot closer to the Ruina fight. Yeah, 30 HP, I can give it to him. I would rather not take that hit. Yeah, so if I did end up creating it, which I will at some point, it's an iconic enemy, probably will resemble the Ruina fight a lot more. Because I like the puzzle boss fights, I want to do more of those. Boop, boop, and boop. Puzzle boss fights are always a lot more fun than just the numbers games. But I probably would take a lot of the ideas from Senna's fight, bringing in the LobCorp identity of it as well. Because that is also very iconic and very fun to translate over with the charging thing. I think that was a really good idea. The more negative effects you put on your enemies, the more room you have to play around with big, damaging stuff. Stuff that's hard to play around, but if the boss itself gives you ways to play around it, that makes it a lot easier. I have no way of keeping him from... Oh, no, wait. He's just... Oh. Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. Yep, we went back to full. Go down, you bastard. At this point, I'm just... trying to keep him from regenerating. He can't really kill me. Alright, there we go. Goodbye. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have regen, I don't think I need to. Dodge and roll, honestly. That extra 2 block can definitely mean something. Okay. You, I actually need to read. Bearer of Gifts. At the end of every other turn, put the displayed false present into your hand. If the false present is not played during your turn, it gains 2 strength at the end of the round. Okay. Not a terrible one. Alright, on to... a Purifying Emerald. So... Well, it's not doing too much damage to me this turn, so let's... Boom. Boom. You cannot be allowed to get too big. You're a good idea. I need to thin my deck at this point. Logging will definitely carry me for damage. I just need to get rid of some of my normal defend cards. Well. Oh my god. Give me logging. Ugh. What are you doing? I have more than enough block. I can blur to keep it. Honestly, Corpse Explosion might be the play here. I don't know why I put it on that guy. Probably should have done the other. Poison you. Let's see. I know this is supposed to be a chill stream, but I do want to keep conversation going. Even if I'm not doing this specifically to be a big thing or anything. Right now, I am just getting back into the habit of streaming, talking while playing. Then we'll probably do something bigger. Probably not tomorrow, because I do have Ultima session tomorrow that I want to probably save my voice. Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. Thankfully, I can kind of defend against it. Only taking a little damage. Yeah, tomorrow I might just make a short. I have a short idea I want to make. Basically just comparing, Angela to Flowey from Undertale, because there are some surprising parallels between them. Boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, I thought you exhaust. You do not exhaust when you played. Okay. Does that mean you can stack Corpse Explosion? Interesting. Yeah, Flowey and Angela both were, they were both, you know, good people at heart, but because, one, they didn't have, like a normal way to feel emotions, and also because, of the time loop situations they were in, they ended up just sort of losing hope and becoming evil. And they were both also made in the image of a major character's loved one. And at the end of their respective games, they, what they did was they gave up on their goal that they were working so hard to do because they didn't want to hurt the people that they'd come to love. So they are weirdly similar characters, despite the fact that they don't seem at all when you first think of them. So I thought that was a pretty neat idea. Hopefully it does decently well. Just want to get the idea across is the main thing. I am taking damage. Yeah, Door, by the way, I do not think it's a very good idea to do, like, schizophrenia jokes. I understand that they are just jokes. I'm not gonna get too far up your ass about it, but I do think it's a good idea to stop using that in this chat. And we have died. Okay. Let's do Rhodium, I think, at this point. Show off a little more of this mod. Actually, exit for a second. Settings. Mods. Limbus Company, config. 35% chance. Okay, that is the proper. Yeah, we can get Rhodium in here. Sire. Okay. Do we want to gamble? Ooh. Honestly, one of the best builds for Rhodium is a basics build, so I might just take the gold. But you know what? Let's do this. It's a good card. Okay. Yeah, I can make that work. Just need to make sure my deck gets thin. That looks Rodian is a lot stronger than most characters, so this should be a lot easier. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. I just want to block again. Build up that vigor. Now, there's one mechanic I wanted to add this Stars of the City, but I can't. Oh, that's right. I've been thinking about adding like a quick, sort of quick tag to skills to basically say at the very beginning of a scene you can use a quick skill, and they'd essentially function like ranged pages, where they go first before all other skills. That might be an interesting idea, but I'm still torn on it because it adds another sort of stage to the start of a scene that might slow down the game a bit. If it was just attached to firearms and it's something that DMs can make optional, that could be a good idea. But I've been a little torn on it, because I don't think I'd want it to be just for ranged combat. It would just be most commonly found in ranged combat. Ooh. That, I think, is a very good combination. I can't use it much right now. But if I can get my combo up. Bonk. Bonk. 4 damage there. Might as well. Okay. It's bad, Paralyze. It's bad. Does Paralyze continue through the scene? It does not. So I should keep that in mind. There we go. Now you're dead. No big surprise. Bang. Taken out. Yeah, that's a pretty good option. Boom, boom, boom. Bonk. Oh. Oh. There we go. And let's see. I don't think I'm really going for something that burst would be great for. So I think that's very problematic with this mod. So I think I'm gonna stick away from having to commit to that. think I want to just thin the deck. This card, man, it is. I do not know why they made this. This is such a ridiculous card. Yeah, I think I just want to bring my deck down. Opinion on the fifth trumpet as a system? I haven't actually looked and read the rulebook fully. I've looked through a bit, and I've seen the early episodes. I know they changed the combat because I saw the Sinners versus Fifth Trumpet one-shot. That was very fun. And I know the combat in there is very different from what I've been seeing in the early episodes. I do need to look through it more comprehensively at some point. But it seems pretty well put together from what I've seen. Definitely a lot more narrative focused, which I think works for them. I don't think they'd be as fun of a group if they were running, say, Stars of the City, because they're very much making use of that narrative and combat sort of connection, rather than how Stars of the City tends to split them. But I think it looks pretty fun from what I know, and I'd definitely be willing to give it a shot at some point. Overexertion. It's not a terrible idea. I think just upgrading a card, though, is my best bet. Don't want to upgrade that just yet. I think, yeah, On Guard. Very good option. Swordcraft improved further. Let's see. Yeah, all around helper. Bounce you. So, focus just one of these guys this time. I don't know why I was splitting my damage between them before. I was not paying attention. Boom. 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 I don't want you to get more strength. Let's see. Well, none of these are good. None of these are particularly what I want. In fact, I just... Oh well. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. These guys our scaling of it. It's not ideal. Ugh. I took some parts that will be very good later on, but are not super good now. And I am paying for it. I am paying for it dearly. Ooh, White Beast. That's very good. Oh, that's pretty good. I think I just gotta rest here. Pantograph, that's nice. I'm letting down acupuncture, I can get rid of a strike. Let's go. Another upgrade. Dead off the bat. Don't have to worry about her. I have killed the child. This stream is gonna get so demonetized, isn't it? Oh no, my tiny amount of ad revenue from my 37 view stream. How will I ever recover? Boom, boom. I want to get that, the, Uptie 5 video done at some point. I haven't done too much work on that, other than just kind of thinking on it. Because it is something I think needs to happen. Favorite Slay the Spire character? Definitely the Silent. That's kind of my main. I do enjoy all of them though, but Silent is the one that comes out on top. Second would definitely be Defect. Love me my orbs, and also my claws. Both very good. Love playing a lot of cards at once, really. Ah! I did not think about that. And I'm slimed. This wouldn't really be saving me from much. You know what? I'll do it. Makes them easier to kill this next turn. Boom. Alright. Look at all that vigor. Oh my god, give me an attack. Please. Please, sir, can I have an attack? 25 damage, twice. Good skill, good skill. Yeah, I think I need that. No, stop assault. Next Zach's theme is putting me to sleep. Favorite abnormality from Limbus? Ooh. That's a tougher one. I really like King and Vines. That's a really good one. It was fun to see him in the railway. I also like, Yin Long is a much more recent one. We haven't gotten to properly see it in combat, and unfortunately probably will not for a while. But it is very cool seeing that big Chinese dragon. Let's see. I'm excited to see Paper Chairman when we actually get it as a proper fight, or even just an ego. Silk Current also. Great fight. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah. Trying to think of any that I particularly like. Yeah, I like all of them, but I think those are my favorites. I don't think I have any other super standout ones that I've immediately got to shout from the rooftops to defend or whatever. They're good abnormalities. All tags, 5 damage twice. Yeah, sure. Speaking of abnormalities from other games, I think LobCorp, obviously the Magical Girl's a classic. Letitia, very fun. Any that appeared in LobCorp that don't appear elsewhere that I really like? Dreaming Current is kind of cool. His design's a little messy. It is intentional, obviously. But I think if he was drawn a bit differently, in sort of Limbus's smoother style, he might look really cool. Obviously the birds are a classic. Big damage. Okay. You can be girls. Big damage. Boom, boom, boom. 0.4 will probably be the revisions to leveling and progress. There might also be before that a few extra bases and modules and stuff. I showed off one of them last night as I was figuring it out. A Thorn Burst idea I had. So look forward to that. In the meantime, think I just want to kill him. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna take 2 damage. After 0.4, it's probably gonna be back to content. I think when I get more modules and stuff, I realized as I was making some characters, as I was making my character and as Sima was making the others, that the amount of options feels a lot smaller when you're actually making something rather than me looking through them all. Because, you know, not everything is going to fit your build, so I want to make sure people have a lot more variety. My throat is hurting. At the end of this battle, I'm going to take a break. 5 minutes or so. Alright. You're recent. No? Okay. I thought he healed before. He does not do that. That is good. I don't want him to. Wait, oh, now he's doing it. Nope, just healing for time. Okay. I can deal with them. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'll take that. Stars of the City 1.0 probably won't look too much different from how it is now. Aside from the leveling probably be the biggest change. I don't know if I can really get art at the moment, and I don't want to delay the release just because I want some art. But, you know, if anyone has art that they've made that they want to be used in the system, let me know, and I might consider it. And then a lot of formatting was kind of the main thing. So I don't expect it to take any longer than first half 2026, if not the first quarter. Won't be finished this year, but won't be long after that. Honestly. Oh, but that's 3 energy. Let's try it. Okay. I am going to test out my new BRB ability. Boop. I have set up a be right back screen, so I will be right back in about 5 minutes after I hydrate and get a cough drop. See you soon. Okay. I should... There we go. I should be back. Hello. Hopefully I sound fine and everything. Q&A on 2K subs. Don't know if you're still here, but I don't think I want to do a full-blown Q&A now. I think I want to get a few more people interested to fill questions for that. But I think that's probably like a 3 or 4K subs kind of thing. Boop. Here we go. Yeah. For this particular sub celebration, I do think it's just gonna stay just a few casual streams, getting me back into content, and then from then on, hopefully, I'll be in a better headspace to get things done on the channel. But you are free to continue asking questions. Oop. Blocked. And defeated. Honestly, that's pretty good with the beatdown thing. Ooh, okay. I think it's this one, right? Oh, never mind. Highway Devotee is a weird one. I have no idea what a boss fight with that would be like, but I'm interested to find out. Favorite Sephira? I mean, it's kinda gotta be Gebbera. It's a classic for a reason. But I like most of them to some degree. They're definitely not the most engaging characters in Project Moon, but I think there's still a decent cast for the first game. They just kind of struggle with not having a whole lot of agency, which, you know, is kind of the point of their stories, but they end up being more for the purposes of the development of the characters around them than for their own dynamics and growth. They don't really do a lot because they can't. Perfectly understandable, but I'd love to see them, even if they remain as side characters, doing their own things and having their own goals at some point. But who created Vera, Senna or me? Me. Meru did the art with some ideas from me. Vera was actually my very first Nugget. So I took her Nugget appearance, showed it to Meru, said what ego equipment I wanted, and Meru put the both the Nugget sprite and the Talk sprites together for that one shot. And then I made the build, made the sheet for Vera, with Senna there, teaching him how to make the characters, since he was the one who put all the builds together for the one-shot, besides Vera, of course. I don't think I need another acupuncture. pick up, lose 7 max. First 2 cards you draw each combat costs 0 until played. That's pretty good. And revive all ethereal cards. I don't have any ethereal cards right now. Or, not ethereal cards, but exhausted cards. Is Karen's Ashes a card that's available to everyone? I think that's Ironclad only. So I'd basically just be taking it for False Present. And I'm not sure that's worth it. You know what? Let's go for the fun stuff. Use that. Give a card in your deck +1 damage and exhaust. Honestly, I don't think I want to do that. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't realize that was how it worked. Any ideas on an archetype I want to add to Stars of the City? I have ideas for stuff I want to do in the expansions, but currently I think I've got all the main archetypes I want at the moment. If I get any ideas, I will definitely add more, but I think we've got a pretty good base set going right now. We got, what, 19? And even 20 could be nice, but I don't want to force it. In fact, I think I need to redo a lot of the archetypes' battle abilities, now that we're getting into a lot more different passives that are available. A lot of the current battle abilities just are not as definitive as I'd like. They're not as impactful compared to a lot of the passives that are coming. Regardless of which version we choose. So, that's something that will need touching upon. Oh, I do not. Fuck. The expansions... Faith and Firearms will probably be sometime next year. I don't think that'll take too long, because I already have a lot of the ideas in mind. I just want to finish the main system before I commit. Sanguine Shadows, who knows? Will kind of depend on whether or not I'm throwing myself into the Fire Emblem I want to do. I hope to get them done in somewhat reasonable times. Once I've got, you know, the basic system down pat, and it's all in a state I'm happy with, it shouldn't be too hard to expand on that. Because those are kind of the biggest hang-ups I've been having currently, is a lot of the stuff in the system just isn't quite what I'd want it to be. So, being able to expand on it freely without having to worry about, oh, will I need to adjust this later on, that'll be very helpful. That could be useful. Yeah. I need rest. Rest, rest, rest. I am very excited for Fire Emblem. You'll be seeing a good bit of content on that at some point. I don't know if any of you are super familiar with Fire Emblem, considering there's 3 of you in chat at this point, but it is the first big project I released was my Fire Emblem guide, and I want to put that on YouTube so that people know about that, because I'm very proud. More detailed roadmap. Unfortunately, I don't really have any details to put on a roadmap. It's just kind of ideas, nothing I'd like to really commit to. But yeah, my Fire Emblem stuff was the first big project I released. It was very fun to do. It was not a original system, but rather a 5e campaign setting. D&D 5e, obviously. And it was, like I said, the first big thing I've done. And I am very excited for the next Fire Emblem game, and I am going to do something regarding it. I don't know if I'm gonna make an original system, or go back to 5e, or use the new, like, 5.5e. But very, very good series, if you've been thinking of getting into it. Would recommend. Three Houses is pretty different from a lot of the other games, but still very good. My heart is not yours to take. Bam, bam. Big damage. I'll probably end this stream after this run, since it seems not too many people are interested, which is fair, given that this is basically just a re-practice stream. Boom! We are getting back into the swing of things, and I will do the bigger streams, probably starting Sunday with probably, yeah, I think the design stream is probably the best start. Duck/Apex Predator from Repo as an abnormality. That's kinda just punishing bird. Hate to say it, that's just the bird. I wonder if there is a Repo mod that makes it just straight out punishing bird. I need to play Repo again. I wonder if I could nab Cinna for a Repo stream at some point. Or a Peak stream, that could be fun. I don't know if he's still in chat to answer that, or if he wants to keep that to DMs, but I would be down for that. I am wondering who's all been watching this stream, because it seems like people have been popping in and out a bit. Seeing the numbers go up and down. Makes you wonder who all's there. Right now it's just basically a private Q&A between me and Door. Which, good for you, buddy. You're getting all the answers you could ever want. Yep, you're good. Everyone's got their background streams. I'm just grateful to be yours. Oh, mummified hand. That's pretty good. Yes, that's a pretty bad one for me. Oh, yeah, 7 strength. It's good. It's usable in a lot of fights, but I think this is specifically a mod where you don't want to be doing that. Oh, shit. I did that wrong. Let's just use this. Get killed. Yeah, the Rodian mod's pretty well made. Definitely not the most balanced mod, but it has a lot of interesting ideas. I appreciate it. Generally tends to work pretty well for the Ruina mod, which is a nice bit of synth energy. No idea if it was intentional or not. Oh, that's not gonna kill. Shoot. I'm 1 off of being able to protect. There's honestly not as many Project Moon Slay the Spire mods as I thought there would be. There's obviously this one. There's another Ruina mod that's pretty decent. There's the Lobcourt mod, which is interesting. But I would think there would be a lot more Limbus mods, given that Limbus is really, taken off recently. This combos very well with this, but also doesn't, because what am I gonna spend the energy on? Opinion on Stars of the City homebrew? I've quite liked a lot of the homebrew I've seen. It's definitely There's only some of it that I would actually put in the system, and I have. Uh, I have definitely poached a bit of homebrew, with permission, of course, to put into the system. Most of it is like, definitely a different design philosophy than what I normally do, but I enjoy seeing everyone's takes on things. There have been some very fun stuff. And a lot of it is pretty high quality, even if it's not necessarily what I'd consider vanilla style. It's been a lot of creative ideas from people who want to put their favorite stuff into the system. I've enjoyed seeing a lot of the different takes on Singleton. That's one that I've had a lot of ideas for, but haven't quite narrowed down what I'm gonna do when I do it. And then evil content, honestly, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I try not to think about it. That shit is madness, and I am staying away. Well, think about killing it. Yep, just a casual 12 hits. Pretty good. Yeah, it's not just a specific card-based effect. It's the fact that it's a deck-building mechanic in a game that doesn't quite have decks, even if skill lists can in some way fill a lot of the same mechanics. So I'm not fully decided on whether I want it to be an in-combat effect that, an in-combat effect that sort of you keep up, or whether I want it to be a mechanic as you're building your character in your skill list. Because both of them, building in your skill list is more accurate. A combat mechanic would be maybe more engaging as you go along and really help define your build. How'd you get the idea of creating Stars of the City? I originally made, and maybe I'll show that off this week, but I originally made a very different idea for a Limbus tabletop RPG that was not good, but as I was playing Ruina, around the time of Dawn's Canto, I kind of realized how much I loved the Ruina system, and how I was brainstorming ideas of how to bring it into tabletop RPG, and combining it with some of the stuff I'd done previously, I realized just how much it could be adapted, even though it didn't feel like it at first. And I just ended up committing to it, trying it out, playtested it with some friends, they found it fun, so I kept at it. And that's basically it, just tried to adapt Ruina's combat to a tabletop format as best I could. As far as I'd seen, no one else had fully committed to it. I'd seen that there were some other tabletop RPGs out there for the system. Cinna's first streams came out around the time I was doing that. The system itself didn't come out for quite a while after. Didn't fully look into any other systems just because I wanted to make sure I was coming up with my own original ideas. partially to avoid, plagiarism, but also just a little bit matter of pride. Wanted to do it myself. It was fun. This... It's... You know what? Yeah, that is really good because of brutality, or unleash. Oh dear. These are not great options. Guess we're living dangerously. I need to remember that I have this. I should be using my potions more. Facing off against Big G. It's a shame that the Vigor doesn't trigger for the copies from Brutality. Yeah, Tripper is, certainly interesting to go with. Yeah, just get that going further. Boom. Oh, wait. Yeah, I have an absolute ton of bleed. Why am I doing that? No. It's a powerful effect for a powerful cost. Ooh. I think I just got a little. Boom, 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 boom. This run is going surprisingly well, given that I don't have the particularly solid game plan. Yeah, don't want that. That can screw me over in some of these fights. I can't afford the waffle anymore. Shit. Could be good for more block, but I think I need to keep my deck then. Okay. Oh, I was not paying attention. Well, it doesn't matter too much anyway. This is set up. Get bled. Oh, fun. I don't think I can really save them because I can't play many attacks at once. Blade World could be useful, but this. Bam. Bam. And you'll kill that guy. Whatever. No? Oh. Okay, now you're doing it. Boom, 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 boom. Dazzle, dazzle. Spin, flip. No. Okay, and yeah, I can't really defend him, so I just need to kill this guy. Bonk. 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 There we go. Be useful, but I think I just need to skip. Keep my deck thin. Yeah. Aspiration? Yeah, that's pretty good. Max HP, not bad. Oh boy. Yeah, it combos well with me and my bone. Boom, boom. I don't really want to play anything else. You. Actually, I should use this. Yeah, I am going to be taking some hits, so I'm just gonna do what's necessary to keep me alive. This might do it. Okay, I got a little break. And we've got laceration up, so that might help save me. Non-stop assault, I think I will. Actually, ultimate affinity is a lot better. Bam, 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 bam! And dead. Very good combo if I can get it going. I just need time to do that. Not every enemy quite gives me... Speaking of time... Oh yeah. Damage stacks up. I'd expect nothing less of it. Boom. And level. We're cutting it close. Tori putting in work. Boom. 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 Can't probably do any damage to him, so. Boom. Mong and Shin, no current plans for it at all right now, just because we don't know enough about it. Literally the only time it directly comes up are, Virgilius's abilities, which, honestly, Virgilius can have whatever he wants, and it doesn't really matter. Also, Capo Merceau has it, but it just kind of increases his speed and the stuff he already does. So I don't really have enough to go off of to know what I'd want to do with it. An alternative to ego, though. That is an interesting question. Not currently. It could be interesting to give another system for people who don't want to just adapt ego into alternative big skills. That's the recommendation I give to anyone wanting to not have ego in their campaigns, but an alternative to that that's a fully separate system could be interesting. It would definitely still have to use emotion points and stuff. This is gonna be damage. I just need to make it to the boss. 11, I can probably... Ah! Well, hopefully this'll do it. Yeah, that's pretty lethal. Even without... yeah. Okay, I've made it to the boss. That's all I needed. The boss is a long fight, which will be good for me. They do have their own abnormality pages, but it's like gain a strength, gain an endurance. I don't know if there's any special ones, but I don't think there are. It's basically just a way to funnel, if I did adapt that, it would basically just be a way to funnel emotion points into extra buffs for the turn, which wouldn't be awful. That kind of would be, I guess, what Shin manga are, since they're just kind of generic, but I will leave that in the ideas box for now. Okay, will I survive? Okay, seem to be working differently than I remember. Oh my god, flashing images. That's right, you got reworked. And you're also doing 60 damage. Wait, what? Oh, because it has a... Well, I survived this at least. Yeah. Thing is, abnormality pages are basically just ego passives. So, like, it's not really something I have a huge interest in adapting, if that makes sense. I do not survive this. Right? I don't. Do I? Oh my god! I do not want to do the full ensemble, so I'm just gonna do the short version. Oh, hello. The full concentrated power of the sun. What works best for... I think Hod's fight. Boom. That's not reducing the cost properly. Why is that? Why do you do that? What would you... All allies gain? Yeah. I hate that that card doesn't give to allies because it's not programmed to. Oh no! This fight used to just straight up remove the card from your deck permanently if she got to kill it, which honestly I like better. Way more interesting. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Who's that? Oh no, it hits no one. Okay. Thought it would go to me. Now, you can take this. Yep. Go ahead. You got this, girl. Okay. Don't care about that. Deal some damage. Go, go, go. I really like these ensemble fights. Fighting alongside the librarians is super fun. And it's interesting to see what they gave each librarian. Odd purple tier is fun. Yep. This is indeed basically just a chill Q&A. Which I am fine with it being. I should have put you in block. Oh well. I know she doesn't have a blunt stance. I guess just because there wasn't enough reason to. You got your damage stance, you got your debuff stance, you got your guard stance. Yeah. Honestly, might have been better to use Slash. Oh no. I forgot about bleed. Oh, I realize what's going on now. I'm basically just fading her strength. I did not read. I am tired. I'm a Project Moon fan. I've made a mistake. Well, thankfully it doesn't seem to matter. Furioso! Budget version. I don't really have much I want to upgrade. So I think I'm just gonna take chest. Bottled Flame. Pretty good. It is a very fun character, yes. What? That's Netzak, Tifereth, and Gibber, right, yeah. Let's just do Gebbera. Gebbera's is fun. Gotta make sure she gets to do damage. In this case, I will be doing tons of damage. What a load of rubbish. Creator did a very good job with these fights. Yeah. Smoke debuff? Smoke is a weird mechanic. I like the idea of it, but I think Ruina commits too hard to making units who use smoke just completely undo the entire purpose behind smoke, which is to be a risky sort of debuff, a risky buff, double-edged sword, whatever you want to call it. I think if I did implement smoke, it would have a lot less of the ability to mitigate its effects. Still some, definitely. I wouldn't just leave you without any way to, keep things steady, but I definitely would make it a lot riskier than it is in the main game. And also, it's one that very much depends on how it's implemented, and the way. Yeah, smoke is just weird. There's a reason smoke has only appeared in Limbus in the form of the Walpurgis Night event. Despite how big it was in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, we're fine. That's just the gimmick. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Can I disable Green Shake? There we go. That's getting annoying with all the repeats. Yeah. But anyway, I like smoke as an idea, but it's difficult to implement. But that's the long and short of it. Yeah, it's like, if I did smoke, if it was a mostly direct translation from Ruina, it would end up doing like, oh, 1 damage for every stack, and that's just crazy amounts of damage in this system. And if I limited the amount you'd be able to do, it would basically feel super restrictive. If I made it not be 1 per, then it would essentially end up being weird math you have to do. It's, yeah, very difficult to figure out. But if I do figure it out, I will let you know, and I will put it in the system. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Just for the fun of it. I do not need that, no. Oh. The boot. Hawkma's a pretty fun fight. Bina can get a little weird. Jessed's gonna be Jessed's also kind of weird. Oh, 2 Rhodias. I have no way to protect you right now, Hakama. You're gonna have to figure that out by yourself. She attacks when I attack. Oh. Good. That's what I get. With this deck. Let's go gambling. It's late at night. I mean, it's not that late. It's like 9 o'clock. Oh, you don't play Limbus. Interesting. Not a lot of Project Moon fans these days don't. But yeah, like Tremor is a very good one that came out of the system. Came out of Limbus. Most of the rest are pretty, whatever. Sinking, neat. Only 6 card per turn. That's fine, actually. Give me that strength. Oh, that's so much damage. I'm taking hits. Hakama's dying. Get Blade World. Okay, so that does count cards played by my double. Good to know. Jeebus. Jeebus Creebus. What? Oh, he did a thing. I get it. I get it. If I do this, it wastes a lot of damage, but I kind of need to just bring her down. Don't have a combo card about that. Fuck it. Yeah, it doesn't carry over. Didn't think so. Taking it. He's so snazzy. Yeah, that's not gonna kill him. It is getting my combo up though, so the next infinity card will kill. There we are. Go ahead and die for me, please. Oh, wait, let me... Oh. Didn't even need the second play. Honestly, I need more block. I don't think I can really do much at the shop. Not bronze scales. I'll take it. Extra damage. Rolling! Is that the Black Silence? Oh. Oh, this guy's gonna be impossible to manage. I'm not even gonna bother reading. I'm just going to do things and hope I don't die. I might have enough damage to kill him myself if I can get going. That would be very fun. I could have given him some block. Oh well. Get my combo going, and I think that'll bring me up roughly to what I need. Get his strength down, good. Roland takes some hits for me. His gimmick is so good. I love it. Okay, I guess I'm losing some strength. I need to kill this man's. I need to kill this man soon. Okay. Let's see if this does it. I think it will. Yes. What? Where are all those threes coming from? Rot in hell. I mean, I gotta see it through. Upgrade a card. Remove a card. All stacks of vigor increased by 1. I'll get that go. I think... Is that also applying to the passive, or is that just for, like, on guard? I think it's more damage, ultimately, either way. Little Lamb to be naughty plushie. Eternal Feather. I need Little One to be naughty. Let's go. Okay. Every 6 cards. Got it. I think I need to avoid playing too many. Oh shit, I can't let him play that, so I need to just choose one action. Wait, 10 strength this turn. Shit, no. That was fine. It's not the player's turn to get block, so I want him to do this. Yeah, good start. Ah, that's apply. Nice. Cards, boom, boom. It's the player's turn, gain strength. Okay, so I can play one more thing safely. Boop. There we go. 3 damage. Tasty. Take that. Take the hits. think that quite does it. Nope. If I can get real lucky with my draw this turn. I got real lucky with my draw. Oh. No. What? Oh, did I have bleed? I had bleed, didn't I? Well, was a good shot. Alright. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank you so much, my, 3 to 5 consistent viewers. And for everyone else, Sunday will be a much more... Garfield, you have strength potion! Sunday will be a much more interesting stream for the people who are here for Stars of the City. And I think that will do it. So, see you all on Sunday, and maybe on Saturday I will post that short. See you then.